what happened when they attacked Iran and killed more than 300 children. I have the numbers here.
Indonesia and Iran are both major Muslim nations, of course. We share history, share values, share hope for justice in the world. Yet our relationship sometimes feels underutilized. What is Iran's vision for the Indonesia?
For the journalists, I appreciate Indonesian journalists that they were loudly talking about the truth, right, haq, and batil.
Thank you very much.
And the journalists of the other side, you know that the big companies of the journalism, they are ruled by the Zionist regime of Israel.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
It is a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is also my great pleasure and privilege to welcome all of you to this special forum organized by SAJID, the Indonesian Islamic Journalist Union. Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and our respected Chairman of SAJID, Dr. Honoris Causa, distinguished journalists, media professionals, esteemed guests, and ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of SAJID, I would like to extend our warmest welcome and sincere appreciation for your presence in this morning. We are truly honored to have Your Excellency here with us today. Your presence reflects the importance of dialogue, mutual understanding, and friendship between the people of Indonesia and Iran. And also, we are equally honored to welcome our journalists and media professionals from various organizations who have joined us this morning. The role in delivering accurate, balanced, and responsible information is more important than ever in today's rapidly evolving global landscape. Today's gathering is not merely a formal event. It is a platform for meaningful dialogue, constructive engagement, and the exchange of perspective between diplomats, journalists, and thought leaders. We sincerely hope that this forum will strengthen mutual understanding, encourage professional collaboration, and contribute to more informed and connected international community. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to briefly present today's program. Today's program will proceed as follows. First, we will have an introduction to SAJID, the Indonesian Islamic Journalist Union, presented by one of our colleagues. Second, we will have the honor listening to the keynote address delivered by His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran to the Republic of Indonesia. Third, we will continue the dialogue session between His Excellency, the Ambassador, and Dr. Honoris Causa Bahtiar Nasir, the Chairman of SAJID. Fourth, We will open the floor for the question and answer session. And finally, we will conclude today's program. Without further ado, let us begin. To begin our program, we will now proceed with the introduction of SAJID, the Indonesian Islamic Journalists Union. And for this session, I would like to invite my colleague to present the profile of SAJID. Please welcome Ustaz Nadia.
A brief profile of SAJID. SAJID, or Serikat Jurnalis Islam Indonesia, an Indonesian Islamic Journalists Union. Integrity, professionalism, and lighting the ummah. About SAJID. SAJID, Indonesian Islamic Journalists Union, is the professional organization that brings together journalists, media practitioners, writers, information creators, communication scholars, and public literacy advocates who are committed to promoting trustworthy, ethical, civilized, and enlightening journalism. SAJID seeks to strengthen the quality of public information through journalistic practices grounded in facts, accuracy, ethics, balance, verifications, or tabayun, and Islamic values. Amid the rapid flow of digital information, SAJID strives to nurture Muslim media professionals who are competent, ethical, and responsible toward the ummah, the nation, and human civilization. The vision of SAJID to become a credible, professional, and influential Islamic journalist organization in Indonesia that foster an enlightening media ecosystem, uphold truth, strengthen national unity, and contributes to the global discourse on Islamic media. SAJID's strategic focus areas are capacity building and professional training for Muslim journalists. Second, promotion of ethics, tabayun, and public media literacy. Third, professional advocacy and protection for journalists. Fourth, editorial forums, media research, and strategic public issue initiative. Fifth, strengthening national and international Islamic media networks. Sixth, producing educational, solution-oriented, and enlightening content. The flagship programs of SAJID are Indonesian School of Islamic Journalism, professional training in journalism, digital literacy, media ethics, and editorial management. Center for Media Ethics and Tabayun is a research verifications and public education initiative aimed at combating misinformation, disinformation, and media manipulations. Nusantara Muslim Editors Forum, a strategic dialogue platform for journalists, editors, scholars, academic, and public figures. Journalist Advocacy Clinic is a professional assistance and support for journalists facing ethical, legal, professional, or security-related challenges. Media Literacy for the Ummah, a public media literacy movement serving communities, mosques, Islamic boarding schools, universities, schools, youth organizations, and families. SAJID International Media Network, a cross-border network of Muslim journalists dedicated to information exchange, professional training, collaborations, and global solidarity. Membership and collaborations. SAJID welcomes journalists, media professionals, academics, communication students, content creators, writers, digital dakwah activists, literacy communities, educational institutions, civil society organizations, business, and all stakeholders who share a commitment to ethical, professional, and socially beneficial journalism. Collaboration opportunities include training programs, media literacy initiatives, public issue research, educational content production, professional advocacy, strengthening Islamic media outreach, and developing national and international Islamic media networks. Let us join hands with SAJID in building a credible, professional, world-class, and impactful Islamic media movement in Indonesia. SAJID is a collective endeavor to cultivate guardians of words, defenders of truth, and advocates of the Ummah narratives. SAJID, integrity, professionalism, and enlightening the Ummah.
Thank you very much, Ustazah Nadia, for your presentation of SAJID. And for His Excellency, I hope that you got a little bit inside of SAJID from the presentation that has just been done. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my distinct honor and privilege to invite His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran, to deliver his keynote address. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Thank you. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله وصحبه المنتجبين. First of all, I appreciate for your invitation to be here, and from SAJID, the Indonesian Muslim journalist, professional journalist, and also Mr. Chairman, and all of you professional journalists that are present here today. I appreciate the government and the people of the Republic of Indonesia for supporting the Islamic Republic of Iran during the unjust and unprovoked war which opposed against the Islamic Republic of Iran, my nation and my country, from the Zionist regime of Israel and America. The war, the unjust, unlawful, and unprovoked war against my nation and my country started on 28 February this year. I'm happy that I am talking to the professional journalists, so you already know all the details and I don't have to go through all the history and just explain all the history again. Just you know that the war started on 28th of February, and at the beginning of the war, the Supreme Leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei, was murdered. And at the beginning of the war, one of the Iranian schools, the elementary schools, was bombarded by the United States Tomahawk missiles twice, where 175 people were killed, that 168 of them were elementary children. I'm going to talk about what happened, and I'm going to talk about what happened through the international organizations and what happened to the international media. It was a message to the Islamic Republic of Iran that at the beginning of the war, they killed the 86 years old Islamic leader and elementary children. The message that they sent with this killing to us was, we are not going to harm anybody. We are not going to have mercy to anybody, from elementary children to the old clergy people, old scholars, and everybody. So the message was, Iran must be surrendered. They told that clearly, and everybody heard that. The message that was given to us was, we are not going to attack to the government. We are not going to attack to the military. We are not going to attack even to the nuclear sites or missile sites or defense system of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The President of the United States clearly and loudly told, I'm going to destroy the civilization. The civilization. I don't want to talk about the civilization and what he and the United States leaders understand of the civilizations, because you, as the journalist, as the scholars, as the teachers, as the professors, know better than me that civilization is not something that you can destroy. You can destroy the building, you can destroy the infrastructures, you can kill the people, but you can never destroy the civilization. Iranian civilization goes back to more than 3,000, maybe 4,000 years ago, and everybody knows that. So you cannot destroy 3,000, 4,000 years of history.
Yes.
It is impossible.
Yeah.
You can destroy buildings, but not the civilization. But this is something that happened, and everybody heard that the President of the United States, the superpower of the world, told that we are going to destroy the civilization. Not the government, not the military, not the defense system, even not the people. This is a war crime. And I tell you, everybody that can mention only one crime that the Zionist regime of Israel and America did not commit it during this 40 days war, I praise you, because I believe that there is no even one single crime that they did not commit it. You know all of that. Killing the leaders, killing the political leaders of the countries, killing the scholars, religious leaders, killing the unarmed soldiers. Because when we talk about the people who were killed in the war, usually they say we killed some military people, some commanders. But you know, it is unlawful. It is not according to the law. If even you kill a soldier when he is disarmed and does not have uniform and sleeping at the home with their family. In the international law, a soldier means a person who is armed, who is in front, and who is fighting to you. So you can fight back to him. But not you kill him when he is sleeping at home with his family, and kill all the family and neighbors because you are going to kill one commander.
Yes.
Killing civilians. I'm counting the crimes that they have been committed. Destroying the homes, attacking infrastructures, attacking schools, destroying hospitals, destroying the historical places. During the 40 days war, every day, more than 1,500 air attack was committed to the Islamic Republic of Iran by enemy. And at least 130 historical sites were destroyed in different levels. Attacking to the mosques, attacking even to the churches, even to the Jewish worship places. Why? Because they are not Zionist. I have listed a lot of war crimes that has happened, and it's include all the war crimes that you can be committed. Everybody can just imagine what happened in Iran during 40 days. And they told that we are going to destroy the country, we are going to change the government, we are going to stop the Iranian defense system, we are going to destroy Iranian missiles and drone abilities, we are going to destroy the Iranian peaceful nuclear activities. What happened? At the end, after 40 days, they were begging for ceasefire. And they accepted all 10 conditions of the Islamic Republic of Iran to have the ceasefire.
They are begging.
They were begging. They told we are accepting all the conditions. What does it mean? It means begging. If we wanted the ceasefire, they had conditions for us. So the person or the side that puts the conditions means the other side begs for the ceasefire and accepted all 10 conditions. And after that, they begged for the negotiations. You see that several times they wanted to have the negotiation, and Iranian team, they told, no, we have some more conditions.
Yeah.
The ceasefire and the peace must be just inclusive during in the all region.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. In military, they usually say when you just define some target to destroy or to capture or to surrender, and you are not successful to do that, it means that you are lost. They lost the war. They lost many things. And many things has been changed after the war, that they call it, wrongly they call it Iran war, because it is not Iran war. It is the United States and the Zionist regime of Israel war. Do you know why they call that Iran war? Because if they want to call that United States war, it must be the 81st United States. They must number that, you know. The United States first war, the United States second war, and it's worse for the Zionist regime of Israel. Iran has never attacked any neighbor during last 250 years. You can read the history. But what about the Zionist regime of Israel? Israel has attacked all the neighbors, has threatened all the neighbors, has tried to capture, to occupy all the neighbors. Israel, the Zionist regime of Israel, is the only regime in the world that they do not define any border for themselves
Yeah.
because they do not believe in any border. They say we are going to go for the greater or bigger Israel or promised land, what so-called promised land. It means that they are going to attack, and they have in their minds that they are going to capture 8 neighbors from Nile to Furat, from Nile in Egypt to Furat in Iraq, to have the bigger promised land of Israel. So what is the source of the instability in the region? What is the source of the war in the region? During last 70 years, Israel has been started more than 20 big wars in the region, and they have attacked all the neighbors. All the neighboring countries, even some non-neighbor countries. And I always tell, do you know why they do not attack Indonesia as a Muslim country, as a biggest Muslim country? Because they can't.
Yeah.
Because you are so far from them. You had 4 things near them, and they attacked all 4 things. First, the Indonesian hospital in Gaza.
Yes.
They destroyed that.
Yes.
They changed the flag. They pulled the Indonesian flag down and just raised their own flag.
Very, very sadness.
Yes. Secondly, your peacekeepers
Yes.
in Lebanon, they attacked them and they assassinated, they killed, they killed some of them and injured some others. Third, the peaceful group that they were going to help the Gaza, they attacked them, they captured them, and you know what did they do? And fourth, the Hormuz Strait. Hormuz Strait was there,
Yes.
and Iran was the guardian of the Hormuz Strait for
Yeah.
many thousand years.
Yes.
Many thousand years, all the ships just passed through Hormuz Strait without any harm, any problem, with most security. But when they were losing, they tried to insecure the region in the Persian Gulf and in the Hormuz Strait,
Yes.
and even in the Oman Sea. So this is what they were going to do, and they were not successful, and they have in their mind that they are going to attack anything. Just to finalize with what happened to the media.
Yes.
And what happened to the international organization? Because we believe that after this war, everything has been changed. You don't have the vote that you used to have before the war. For example, international organizations. What happened to the Security Council?
Yes.
The United Nations Security Council has been formed to prevent the wars, to stop the wars, to maintain the peace and security in the world. Could they do that? Could they prevent the war? Could they stop the war? Could they preserve the peace in the region? No.
No.
When the United States
Yes.
and the Zionist regime of Israel unlawfully, that is forbidden according to the United Nations Charter, attack Iran, United Nations Charter Article 2. They attack Iran. It was a very big silence. But when the Iranian side tried to attack the same United States bases in the region that Iran was attacked from, Security Council came together and condemned Iran. This is a bitter joke of our century. Or what happened to the Minab school? 168 innocent children were killed. I ask you, what would happen if Iran did that? If Iran attacked one of the United States school, what would you do, would do? What would they do? The international organizations.
Yes.
Okay. What happened to the international law? They have broken all the international law. You can see Iran defended itself according to the United Nations Charter, Article 51. But they condemned Iran. That's a bitter joke. What happened to the international norms like democracy,
Yes.
human rights,
Yes.
women's rights, children's rights, civilian rights? What happens if in Indonesia something intentionally or unintentionally happens to one respectful lady?
Yeah.
All the international organization will be, loudly protest and say it is unlawful. You can keep the ladies and women right or children or something. What happened when they killed more than 75,000 people in Gaza? That more than 72% of them were women and children. What happened when they attacked Iran and killed more than 300 children? I have the numbers here. 3,519 people were killed in 40 days war in Iran. That 517 out of them were women. And more than 300 of them were children. So this is what happened to the international norms. What about democracy? Is democracy good or bad? If it is good, it's good for everybody. If it is bad, it's bad for everybody. So why democracy is good for Indonesia, for Iran, for other countries, but not good for Gaza, not good for Palestine? Why you don't let the Palestinians come together and have their own government, what they want? No problem what religion do they have. Even though if they are Muslims, they are Christians, they are Jews, other religions, they come together, they have general election, and whatever they choose, we accept that. But why you don't let them to have their own government? So, about international norms also, you can see this double standard.
Yes.
And
Double standard.
yes, and for the journalists, I appreciate Indonesian journalists that they were loudly talking about the truth, right, haq, and batil.
Thank you very much.
And the journalists of the other side, that the big companies of the journalism, they are ruled by the Zionist regime of Israel. And they always try to verse, the reality, to change the place of the haq and batil, to change the place of the truth and fake, reality and lie. When the United States attacked Iranian school, they tried to say it was Iran who attacked its own school. But they were not successful, because this time we are in a 21st century that everybody who has a mobile phone,
Yeah.
there are some media. So
Yeah.
they are not as powerful as they used to be in the 20th century.
Yes.
So, or even for the military that I was talking, so I'm not going to talk about that anymore. But you can see that they always try to change the places for the criminal and the innocent people. We were the country who was attacked. Who attacked whom? So they showed the situation something that, okay, Iran must be attacked. So I think this is the big responsibility for all journalists and all media and all social media to stay in the right side of the history and not to let the Zionists and Western big companies, big media companies, to change the place of the haq and batil, to change the place of the victim and the criminals. This is what is happening. And you know that the United States President and others that you know, they always try to just manipulate the situation and say what is reality, what is happening. And most of them are fake news. Most of them are lies that they are trying to make to control the market, to control the public opinion and everything. So that's what is happening. Now that I'm here, we had this ceasefire with the America. We don't know any regime, any government names Israel. So we don't talk to them, we don't negotiate with them, we don't even face to them because there is no Israel. There is some occupier forces who have occupied some land in the Palestine. No government, even no regime.
Yeah.
So that's what we did with the United States. We talked with them. We have this MOU with 14 articles, and our teams are talking about that because we don't want to harm the world economy, the world, peaceful nations. We don't want to accelerate the unrest in the situation in the region, stability in the region. And we are trying to control the situation. And now the negotiations is going on. And we hope, inshallah, we have a permanent and inclusive peace in the region and in the world with these negotiations. Of course, we don't trust the other side. You see that we trusted them several times, but they betrayed the negotiations. First time, what happened to the nuclear deal, JCPOA, that we had with the United States and 5 other countries. They just unilaterally withdraw that. Second time we were talking to them, we had 5 rounds of the negotiation, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Oman, as a neutral mediator, told that the negotiation is going very well and we are going to write the agreement. And after 5 rounds of the negotiations, we were attacked again. For the 3rd time, we had again negotiations, and we had 12 days war. For the 3rd time, we had negotiations with the other side for 2 times, and after 2 times, when we were going to write the agreement again, we were attacked again by the Zionist regime of Israel and the United States of America. So this time, we have our good deed. We try to be the good side, but we don't trust anybody. We are ready, our armed forces are ready for any kind of attack, any kind of betrayal to the negotiations. But we go on. We are still going on because we don't want we don't want to accelerate the unrest in the in the region. So thank you very much for the opportunity
Thank you very
you
much,
gave me.
Your Excellencies.
Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Walaikum
barakatuh.
salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for this good speech.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your very, very insightful speech and also full of data. And also, it's a little bit of hit for us when you mentioned about the Gaza phenomenon. It's pretty similar into like Iran has been through this 40 days. Okay, so we're moving on to the next session because from the speech that has been spoken by Your Excellency, it is a fact that these topics need a dialogue with not just a credible source, but also thought leaders such as our chairman here, Mr. Bahtiar Nasir. So for our speakers, ladies and gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Aldi. His name Aldi.
Yeah, mashallah.
Complete name Rusdi Al Khalifa. My last sons. From the first wife.
Mm.
But without the second one. I think there is many question will come from the floor, but before I want to inform you that His Excellency is a senior career diplomat with more than 3 decades of experience in international relation, specializing in the Asia Pacific region. And also, he previously served at the Iranian embassy in Jakarta since 2001.
2001 to 2004, yes.
2004.
Yes.
And has since held key position in China also,
Yes.
South Africa, and Singapore.
And I was in South Africa as a deputy ambassador for 4 years, yes.
4 years. No Singapore?
I was the head, acting head of the mission for Singapore for 30 months,
30
1.5
months.
years, yes.
Today, he brings not only diplomatic insight for us. So today, he brings us not only diplomatic insight, but also the perspective of nation and stands at the heart of the world's most critical geopolitical storm today. Your Excellency, we are honored, and the floor is yours for a brief opening remark, then already, and very good speech.
Thank you.
Now is the time for dialogue. Your Excellencies, let us begin with the big picture first. The world is watching the Middle East with a mixture of horror and confusion. Wars in Gaza, tension across the region, shifting alliances, and Iran is often at the center of the narrative today. Though the narrative is rarely written by Iran itself. So I would like to ask you, from the Tehran's perspective, what is the truly happening in the Middle East right now? And why does it matter so deeply for the Muslim world?
Thank you very much. Very good question. Some diplomat from the ASEAN region asked me, just commented me that we had a problem with the neighbors for a long time in the Southeast Asia, but we could form the ASEAN and now we cooperate with each other. Why you don't do that in the Western Asia?
Yeah.
I told him because you don't have something like Zionist regime of Israel in your region. You know, my brothers, the Zionist regime of Israel is the true source of instability in the region. You can read the history, you can see the history. Who has threatened the other during last 50 years, 60 years? It does not,
1979.
So you can see from the beginning of the Zionist regime of Israel and occupation of the lands of the Palestine, the instability has been started in the region. And they were always in the war with someone or some others.
Yeah.
You cannot find one day that the Israelis were not attacking others.
Yeah.
They attacked, and I tell you, they do not accept and must be stopped from attacking others and from occupying the other country's land. I'm usually asked, why did you mention about Lebanon, but you did not mention about Gaza in the,
Yeah.
That's
That's what I
MOU?
want to ask you.
Yes. The main reason is Gaza has been occupied. Palestine has been occupied. When some land is occupied, you don't want ceasefire. You want the finishing of the occupation. You want the lands to go back to the real people. The people does not want the ceasefire. What happens if someone comes inside Indonesia, occupies Jakarta, for God forbid, and asks you for the ceasefire?
Yeah.
You say, you first release our lands, and after that we can talk about any ceasefire or anything. So the Palestine has been occupied, but Lebanon, no. Lebanon is being bombarded every day. So we want ceasefire in Lebanon, but not in Gaza.
Yeah.
Because ceasefire in Gaza is not in the benefit of the Palestinian people.
Yeah.
They want their lands to be freed, so they don't want the ceasefire. That's the difference. We must understand the difference between the regions. Even though if they occupy the Lebanon, we don't want ceasefire anymore. We want the lands to be released. We want the resilience, resistance group to be free to fight and free their lands. We call here free Palestine. Free Palestine is opposite to the ceasefire. Is that true? Yes.
Yes.
So that's what is happening in the region. And we really want peace. Our people really want to have an ordinary life like other people, peaceful life.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we cannot trust the Zionist regime of Israel. And unfortunately, the Zionist regime of Israel is being supported by the United States of America.
Yeah.
United States of America tells we are going to finish the threats by Iran.
Yeah.
Who is threatening the United States? Can we attack United States? Can we attack the United States benefits? Can we attack the United States mainland? Who is feeling threatened by the Iranian nuclear activities? Is that the United States? No. It's the Zionist regime of Israel.
Yeah. Because of Zionists.
Yeah. And they are not in the region to defend their own people.
Yeah.
They are expending the American money to defend the Zionist regime of Israel.
Yeah.
So that's what is happening in the region, sir.
Yeah.
We want peace, we want security, we want prosperity for our people, we want a happy life for our people, but they don't let us.
Yeah.
If they let us, we are not going to harm anybody, we are not going to attack anybody, we are not going to defend, or we are not going... The money that we are expending for the missiles, we can expend it for the people to have a good life. If we are not threatening every day. So that's what's happening in the region. Thank
very much. One question about this topic. What is the Iran's strategic vision and role in the current Middle East conflict?
In the Middle East?
Yeah, the Middle East conflict.
Conflict.
I think Iran now
Yeah, it's different. Yes.
lead the rule, I think.
As I mentioned, everything has been changed in the region and even in the world.
Yeah.
The main thing that has been changed in the region is the balance of the power and the coalition between the countries. You can see that some of the countries that previously they were talking about the normalizing the relation with the Zionist regime of Israel, now they are talking about the just coalition against the Zionist regime of Israel.
Yes.
And some other countries are getting closer to the other side. So that the balance of power is changing in the region.
Yeah.
Some new powers, some middle powers like Iran, like Turkey, like other countries are rising. And some big powers like the United States of America are falling.
Yeah.
Nobody believes in this superpower
Of course.
anymore. And the other powers, regional and just middle powers like China, like Russia, are rising, and we have a new world order. We have a new situation in the region. That's what we see in the future.
Yeah.
And in the future, we see that they have accepted the Iranian, powerful Iran, and they have accepted that Iran is not going to have any kind of nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
This is what we are talking during last 20 years, that we don't want the nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
According to the SAJID, Iranian murdered Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, having, making, preserving, buying, selling, using a nuclear bomb is haram. He told that loudly and several times. And if you can Google, you can just see the fatwa. And you know the power of the fatwa. You are Muslims.
Yes.
When they say drinking the wine is forbidden in Islam, is haram, no Muslim drinks that, no matter if he is in Indonesia or Japan or other countries. They don't drink that.
Yes.
So when it is haram, we cannot have it. It is not talking about we want or we don't want that.
Yeah.
We cannot have it because the supreme leader of Iran has forbidden that, has a fatwa that it is haram. So they just ignore that reality and they say, okay, you have nuclear activity, and they attack us. Now they must accept the Iranian right for the nuclear activities, peaceful nuclear activities. They accept the Iranian power. They could not stop Iranian defense activities, missiles, drones, and they accepted that there are new powers in the region. There are new changes in the balance of the power. So everything is changing.
Yeah.
And I think that we will have the new Western Asia, and even we will have the new world order, and even the international organizations, we will witness some changes because they were not able to preserve the peace and security in the region and in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before I give to the floor, there is one question from me. Your Excellency, let us now bring this closer to home, to Indonesia,
Yes.
to the relationship between our two great nations. Indonesia and Iran are both major Muslim nations. Of course, we share history, share values, share hope for justice in the world. Yet our relationship sometimes feels underutilized. What is Iran's vision for the Indonesia between Indonesia and Iran partnership in this critical area today? Of course, about Hormuz and our ship, maybe.
Yeah, actually, we believe in Indonesia as a friend country.
Yes.
Indonesia, I always tell that I am happy that I am posted in Indonesia because Indonesia is standing in the right side of the history about Palestine, about the truth. And I believe that the relation between Iran and Indonesia has a very big, a lot of capacities
Yes.
to be improved in all the aspects of economy,
And mutual.
culture, everything. Yes.
Mm.
So there were some barriers before for the economic cooperation, like sanctions, like some problems. You know that now the sanction, according to the MOU, has been released a little bit, and
Yes.
it is going to be lifted soon. And I
Inshallah.
think it will just provide the environment to have more cooperation between Iran and Indonesia. Iran is ready to help Indonesia for its important policies like food security,
Yes.
energy security, and others. And Indonesia has a very big capacity to have investment in Iran because
Yes.
you know that there is a very big fund of the $300 billion of the fund to reconstruct the damaged areas of the war.
Yeah.
So I think this has provided some very good opportunity for both countries to have
Yes.
more cooperation with each other. Recently, many of the Indonesian business people come to me and they tell that we are interested to work with Iran.
Yes.
And you know that many other countries also has come and wanted that. And
Yes.
I always tell them, anybody that is interested to work with Iran for any this field of the economic cooperation, the embassy would be more than happy to help them and to just show them how they are going to, and we are going to connect them to the Iranian counterparts. I believe that the future of the relation of between Iran and Indonesia would be very good and so far so better than the past. Inshallah. And I'm also thankful for the Indonesian nation who supported Iran during the war. There were many survey about the Indonesian people,
Yes.
opinion, and we saw that at least more than 83% of the Indonesians were supporting Iran.
Yes.
So we are grateful for that. We appreciate that, and we are ready to help Indonesia about the Iranian Iran is a fabulous in many new technologies like
Yes.
nanotechnology, biotechnology,
Oh, very
nuclear
good.
technology,
Very good.
agricultural technology, healthcare technology.
Yes.
So we are ready to help,
And energy.
and also we are ready to receive from Indonesian government and people and the private sector to have the good cooperation with Iran, and it would be in the benefit of both countries and
Yeah.
both nations. Thank you.
This is a good opportunity for us. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies.
Thank you.
I had many questions from myself, but I want to give the floor. Go to the master ceremony.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and also Dr. Honoris Causa Bahtiar Nasir. We have now arrived at the interactive part of today's program. The floor is now open for question, but before we move on to give a chance for our fellows here to give a question, I'll give an explanation with Indonesia for a moment.
No problem, please.
Oke, baik, bagi para hadirin, mungkin disclaimer, nanti jika ada yang ingin bertanya, harus registrasi dulu ya di aplikasinya SAJID. Ada bisa di scan di meja registrasi di depan, gitu. Oke, mungkin bagi yang ingin bertanya boleh angkat tangan.
Pak Bambang satu sama Pak Ismail ya. Ya.
Kalau bisa di bahasa Inggris saya bisa paham. Kalau tidak bisa saya tidak bisa paham. Dia harus terjemah untuk saya.
Ya, ya.
Oke, yang pertama dari Pak Furkon ya, dari media dakwah.
Ya,
Boleh.
Pak Furkon ya. Silakan,
Furkan,
silakan. Bahasa Inggris langsung ya.
Sebenarnya tadi di aplikasi udah saya kirim satu pertanyaan.
Oh ya.
Bahasa Inggris.
mau ditanyakan sendiri langsung apa
Oh,
mau
iya.
saya bacakan Pak?
Ada 3 pertanyaan, itu yang pertama, ini ada 2 lagi.
Oke, boleh dibacain aja nggak apa-apa.
Ya, ini pertanyaan saya. Ya, why was the Palestinian issue not mentioned at all in the agreement between the US and Iran? Last question, what is one thing about the conflict between Iran, Israel, and US that you believe has been most misunderstood by international media? Thank you.
Can you please repeat the second question?
What is one thing about the conflict between Iran, Israel, and US that you believe has been most misunderstood by the international media?
I don't know. You are the international media. What is the most misunderstood about you?
Yeah. Okay. The first question is,
Actually, about the Palestine.
His Excellency already mentioned before.
Yes, I told how is the situation.
Yeah.
Palestine has been occupied. It is not something like Lebanon. And I assure you, there is no Sunni, Shia, I don't know, Hezbollah, Hamas, something. You know, Hamas is Sunni. And it is supported by Iran. Hezbollah is Shia.
Yes.
And it is supported by Iran. So we are supporting the resistance against the occupation of Palestinian lands. It does not belong to the Sunni or Shia. And I tell you, there is no Sunni and Shia. It is fabricated by the Zionist regime of Israel to make the separation between the Muslims.
Yes.
I tell you, my brothers, there are many different, mazhab in even Sunni or Shia. We have Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali, Hanafi, Zaydi, Ismaili, and others.
Yeah.
So, do you have any problem with the Maliki
No.
and Shafi?
No.
So, why between Shia and Sunni? Because Iran is mostly Shia.
Yeah.
And you know that we have a very big population of Sunni people in Iran. Very big population, very big minority. So when the Israeli attack Iran, they attack only the Shia people. Many Sunni people has been murdered, has been killed. When the missiles comes, does not ask, are you Sunni or Shia? They kill everybody. They are our enemy for the Muslim. Someone in the Zionist regime of Israel asked that, told that we are. This is more than 47 years that we are waiting for this moment to attack Iran. But the Al-Mal'un Netanyahu answered, this is more than 1,400 years that we are waiting for this moment. So I tell you, my brothers, it does not matter we are Sunni or Shia. All of us are Sunni because all of us are followers of the Prophet Muhammad with different, activities. We say prayers like this because Ali told that. We say our prayers like this because we believe Rasulullah did that. You say your prayers like this because you believe that Rasulullah did like this. You don't say Umar Raziullah and or Usman Raziullah and said prayers like this, so we do that. No, we say it because Rasulullah did that. Allah is one. Qibla is one. Rasulullah is one. Quran is one. Salat is one. Enemy is one. The enemy of Islam is enemy of all Islam. So please do not let the Zionist media to make this imagination that there is some support for the Shia but not for the Sunni. It is not true. Iran is the only country that has been attacked the Zionist regime of Israel because they are occupying the Sunni Palestine. Iran is defending the Sunni neighbors of the Zionist regime of Israel, because if we don't do that, they are going to attack and they are going to occupy all of them. Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, even Iraq. Some of them are Sunni, some of them are Shia, some of them are Shafi, some of them are Maliki, some of them are Hanbali, some of them are Hanafi. It's no difference. It is something that belongs to the, Pesantren, to the Hausa. The scholars, the Islamic scholars, sit together and talk. Okay, why do you believe that you have to say Perez like this? You have to say that. This is not something that we are talking in politics. In politics, the enemy is one, the Zionist regime of Israel,
Yes.
and they attacked Gaza. Gaza was Sunni. Did they attack Gaza because it was Shia? Because this is their tactic, this is their trick, this is their manipulation. They separate the Muslims to be easier to be attacked. They separate the Muslim, they say, we are not attacking Palestine, we are attacking Gaza. We are not attacking Gaza, we are attacking Hamas. We are not attacking Lebanon, we are attacking Hezbollah. We are not attacking Iran, we are attacking the government. We are not attacking Iran, we are attacking the Shia. It is fabricated by the Zionist regime of Israel. We are one. Allah is one. وَأَعِدُّوا لَهُمْ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُم مِّن قُوَّةٍ. همه all. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hablullah is Allah, Hablullah is Quran and Rasulullah. We must all come together according to Quran and Rasulullah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. So, the pinpoint message is when it comes to war, that we are one. It's separate discussion between faith at this point. That's a pinpoint message.
Yeah.
Oke, pertanyaan selanjutnya yang masuk dari aplikasi ada Pak Bambang ya.
Ya.
Bambang, oke siap.
Our senior lawyer.
Thank you very much, His Excellency, for your kind speech. This is a very remarkable speech. Give us a more completely perspective from the Iranian side. His Excellency, many observers said and described Iran as a country has demonstrated remarkable resiliency despite prolonged sanction and geopolitical pressure. The question is, what do you consider the main pillars of Iran's success in sustaining its national security, economy, and social cohesion, especially for the cohesion of the civil society? And then the second one, we believe in the modern conflicts or war are increasingly not only on the battlefield, but also in the information domain, how to occupy the narrative. I want to know how Iran use public diplomacy, strategic communications, and social media to present its narrative, to engage international audience during periods of tensions with the US? I think this was one of the important questions, and we want to learn more deeply for Iran.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. For the first question, if I tell you that the source of the power of Iran is missile, do you believe that? Or drone? Or nuclear power? Or, I don't know, fighters? Or anything else? You don't believe that because you believe if we have missiles, the other side has better one. If we have drones, the other side has better ones. So the source of the Iranian power is not missile or drone or military or money or economy or anything. Because in all of that, you know that the other side, the enemy, has better. After the Islamic Revolution in 1979, I tell you very short story.
Yeah.
When I was in South Africa as a deputy ambassador, one of the close friends of Nelson Mandela came to me. He told me very, very beautiful story. He told me Mandela has gone to Iran twice.
Mandela.
After releasing from the prison, he went to Iran before his presidency.
Yes.
And after his presidency, went to Iran again. For the first time, immediately after he released from prison, he went to Iran and he met with the Iranian Supreme Leader, SAJID Khamenei. He told to Ayatollah Khamenei, Excellency, Your Eminence, we have done everything to just have the victory against the apartheid. We have the guns, we have the soldiers, we have the, militia. But now we are disappointed. We can see that we don't have anything that can topple the apartheid government, apartheid regime. Ayatollah Khamenei told him, if you want the victory, the gun will not help you. The commandos will not help you. Fighting with the guns will not help you. If you want the victory, you must have two things. First, faith to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And second, faith to the people. Stand to the people's side. So when Mandela came back from Iran to South Africa, told to his friends, to his fellow friends, we are not going to fight the apartheid regime with the guns anymore. Just put the guns aside. We are going to stand with the people. We are going to believe in the people. And they had the success. They were successful after that. This is what happened after the Islamic Revolution in 1979 in Iran. Imam Khomeini rahmatullah alayhi told that we are going to believe in Iran. He had a sentence that is going on in Iran everywhere. We can do that. Never say we cannot. There is a very, very beautiful Indonesian word, bloom.
Bloom.
You don't say no. Can you
Bloom.
speak English? Bloom.
Bloom.
It means that I'm going, not yet. Can you be a very powerful, middle power or even superpower? Bloom. They don't say I can't. No. You say bloom. This bloom means we can do that. He believed in ladies, in women. You know, now the 80% of Iranian achievements belongs to the Iranian women who were illiterate before the Islamic Revolution. Only 25% of Iranian population before 1979 could only write and read. Literation, not going to the university, you know, having PhD or something. Just write and read. Less than 25%. And it was even less in the women. Now, 99.2% of the population are literate, and a big number of Iranian are 62% of the university students are women. And more than 80% of the all achievements in the new technologies like nanotechnology, biotechnology, nuclear technology, agriculture technology, you know, space technology, healthcare technology, and others belongs to the woman. So the only source, you know, when the Zionist regime of Israel and America attacked Iran, we had 2,500,000 people diaspora who went back to Iran. Usually, when you attack some country, when there is a war in some country, you have the migration. But we had a worse migration from outside to Iran. And people went on the bridges and just formed some human chain to prevent the United States to attack the bridges and also the power plants. This is the main source of Iran. At the time that I'm talking to you, because they told after 2 years, they told we are going to attack the police stations, the basij stations, means militia stations, and the military stations. And when we attack all of them, after that the people will come to the street and they will change the government. They attacked all the Iranian military bases, all the basij bases, and all the police bases. And people came to the street after 2 days. But they did not came to the street to topple the government. They came to the street to support the government. And I tell you that they are still in the streets every night. You can see in the media. This is 120 days that the people of Iran, they don't go home. They stay in the streets and they say, we are here to defend our country.
Oh.
So, and when they told that we are going to attack Kark Island, many people tried to go to the Kark to defend the Kark. Many 100,000 people wanted to go there. There were no enough, vehicle to take them there. So, sir, the main power of a nation is not the guns, is not missiles, is not drones. It's the people. It's the faith to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the people that you, alhamdulillah, have both of them in Indonesia. And about your second question, sorry, I'm getting old. I forgot the second questions. National? Oh, yeah, I remember that. About the media, actually it is the same answer. Because in the 21st century, it is not CNN, BBC, Fox News, or I don't know, Axios or some others that they just making propaganda. Every people that they have one mobile phone, they can be media. So the people of Iran and the good people of Indonesia and the good people of Palestine and the good people of Lebanon and the good people of Iraq and the good people of Malaysia and many countries, they came to help the truth. And they did not let the Zionist regime, big companies, to change the reality. So that's the power of Iran, because we are standing in the side of the people, not the governments. In many countries, even the Western countries, European countries, even in the United States, many people now are against the government and supporting Iran. You can see that. So it's because we are standing in the side of the ordinary people of the world, and we want peace, security, prosperity for all people. That's what we want. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was a very good question by Pak Bambang and also a very good answer by Your Excellency.
Thank you very much.
Next up, selanjutnya kita ada Pak Ahmad Mildad. Ya, waktu dan tempatnya silakan Pak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's also
His Excellency,
lawyer.
I'm lawyer too. Because I'm lawyer, I want to ask about the law. Okay.
But I am not a lawyer to answer. You know?
Never mind, never mind. This is, how about you people in your country thinking about that? Yeah, about law. His Excellency, we would like to ask you to question sign the ICG and ICC seem ineffective against the action of the US and Israel. Is there any initiative to form a new international code for war crime? What is your opinion on this? Is there any initiative to establish a new international judicial body for war crime and humanitarian crime, given that's the function of the ICG and ICC appear to have no impact on the action of United States and the Zionist regime of the Israel? What is your opinion this matter? For example, in Turkey, they make Marrakesh, make court in Marrakesh in this country. That's for example. Another one is, His Excellency, what is your perspective on how to achieve unity among Islamic nations? Thank you. Shukran. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Very good questions, but I think Iran cannot be the only country to answer that. We must ask that from the international community and ask them what you are going to do with the unlawful regime that has been breaking all the international law and norms. The International Court of Justice has been issued some verdict against the heads of the Zionist regime. And the United States has been supported, not the justice, not the verdict, not the court, but the Zionist regime of Israel. I think this is the time, this is the best time that international community come together and think what kind of international law do we have, what kind of international organizations do we need, and what kind of international court do we need in the new century and new situation that we have. Because as I mentioned in my short speech, unfortunately, the international organizations shown that they are not capable to preserve the peace and security and even justice in the world. The Zionist regime of Israel has killed so many people in Gaza. Why nobody talks? Because they are Muslim? It's irrelevant. They are people. They are humans. They are women. They are children. What happens in one child is killed in Indonesia, in another country? What do? You can see that they manipulate the law, they manipulate the even United Nations Charter, and they manipulate the justice, the meaning of the justice. I ask the same question, sir, with all due respect, from the international community. Indonesia is a powerful country in the international organizations like Human Rights Council, like the Organization for Islamic Cooperation, OIC, like the ASEAN, like G20 and others. So Indonesia can play a very important role to preserve and to defend the justice, human rights, democracy, and other morality and norms of the human in the contemporary world. Secondly, for your second question, that unfortunately I forgot. It's about unity, yeah, I remember that.
But the Muslim
I
countries.
think the journalists can play a very important role in that area.
Yes.
You know, please do not let the others to put label on us. He is Shafi. He is not like you. He's, you know, I every week I go to the Indonesian mosque near to my house, or even Istiqlal Mosque, or Al Azhar, or Muhammadiyah, or Nehsatul Ulama, to say my Jum'ah prayer with my other fellow Muslims, and I stay like this. You know, we Shia do not do
Yes.
this when we are praying.
Yeah.
And they do that, and we are brothers.
Yeah.
They respect me, I respect them.
Yeah.
I respect the Imam. I say my prayers with them. You know, the important thing is God is one. And I refer you for the unity to the Quran. I just told you the verses of Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وَأَتَسِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. And in the other side says, إِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُم مِّن ذَكَرٍ وَأُنثَىٰ وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ قَبَائِلًا وَشُعُوبًا لِتَعَارَفُوا إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِندَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. There is no difference between black and white.
Yes.
There is no difference between Asian and African. There is no difference between European and... The only thing is to have the good faith, taqwa. So, if we go back to Quran, if we go back to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, if we go back to Islam, we can see that all this production, all this separation that has been made is fabricated, and it has been started from the beginning of the Islamic revolution in Iran. You know, in Iran, we don't say Shia revolution. We say Islamic revolution. You have never heard that. We don't say it's the, Shia Republic of Iran. We say Islamic Republic of Iran. In Iran, we have the Sunni, we have the Christians. Even in Iran, we have the biggest Jew community in the region. You know that. And they are safe. They are doing their, activities. They have their mosques, their churches, they worship places. I don't know what do they say in Jewish. And they are living together. During the war, we had some shaheeds from Sunnis, even from Christians. Because we are all together, Shia, Sunni, even human, even non-Muslims. They are trying to separate us. And I think the big responsibility goes back to the journalists to talk about the importance of the unity in the contemporary region against the common enemy. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. The next one is pretty special because along this show, we only talk with men. So now we're going to have a question from our beautiful journalist. Selanjutnya kepada Ibu Adisti dari iNews. Hadir.
Ya, silakan Bu.
Baik, keluar ya.
Yang keluar. So that's the cameraman, but okay. So we can skip. Okay, mungkin selanjutnya kita skip dulu. Bisa dari Pak Cahya ya, dari UBN Newsroom. Silakan Pak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Allow me introduce my name Cahya Gunawan. I am a chief editor in chief in news UBN Newsroom. I have two questions. One question, Your Excellency, how does Iran intend of guarantee the freedom of navigation in the Strait Hormuz to avoid disrupting global economic stability, particularly energy supplies and developing nation like Indonesia? Second question, will the current ceasefire open up new opportunity for economic cooperation, investment, or energy partnership between Iran and Indonesia, which have historically been constrained by international sanctions? Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. It is very funny that the other side, the President of the United States, talks about the reopening the Strait of Hormuz as one of the achievements of the United States. The Strait of Hormuz was open for many thousand years, and Iran has been always the guardians of the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz was open, was free, and everybody could use that. And if you didn't attack us, it was still closed. It was still open. It is closed because you attacked Iran. It is closed because you tried to blockade the Iran borders. So, I believe in the future, if the foreign countries and foreign enemies go back to their homes, the situation in the region would be very good. We can talk with the regional powers, regional neighbors. We don't have any problem with our Arab countries. Some people think that we attack Arab countries. We explained to them and we told them, if you don't let your space or your soil or your land to be used by our enemy, we are not going to attack you. But you know what did they do? What did they tell us? They told that we thought that the United States bases are here to protect us. Now we realize that we are protecting them. So I tell you that the United States bases did not bring security for any country, including the Persian Gulf countries. So we have very good relation with our neighbors. Some of them understand the situation. And if the foreigners go back to their home, and if they control the Zionist regime of Israel, I guarantee that the security and stability in the region would be very good, like just before. We know, and we are so sad that the world economy, including Indonesia, has been affected from the unrest in the Persian Gulf. But you know that we did not start that. The Zionist regime of Israel and the United States of America has been captured and hostage, captured the world economy as an hostage. So we hope that the situation goes back to the peace and security in the region. For the second question about economic cooperation between Iran and Indonesia, from 3 years ago that I am posted in Indonesia as an ambassador, I had met with many Indonesian economic officials. And I have talked to all of them, and I told them that Iran is ready to transfer the new technologies to Indonesia. You know, sir, my brother, you can buy the good equipment for healthcare or for agriculture or even for space from other countries, Western countries, Eastern countries, I don't know. But they will never let you have the technology. Iran is ready to transfer the technology to Indonesia.
Very good.
If there is no war, we are not going to, spend our technology for missile. We make satellites.
Yeah.
If there is no war, we are not going to spend our money and our technology for the war drones. Drones are being used for agriculture, for climate change, for everything. So why not? Why we don't transfer the peaceful technology of Iran to Indonesia? And the Indonesian private sector and also governmental sector must want that. If they want that, I, as the ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran, am ready to make it happen, to transfer the technology, to have a very good relation for food security, energy security, and all of that, that is in the benefit of both countries, Iran and Indonesia, inshallah, in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
I really hope that use that opportunity,
Inshallah.
not just for the nations, but for the Islamic civilization here in Indonesia.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Selanjutnya pertanyaan. Oh, I'm sorry. We're entering the 2 last questions according to the list. Selanjutnya pertanyaan dari
Waktunya tinggal 5 menit.
Pak Ilo dari Harian Kompas ya. Oke, dari Ibu Hadisti dulu ya tadi ya, dari iNews. Oke.
Ibu-ibu tidak ada pertanyaan?
Ada ibu pertanyaannya tadi.
So yeah, the journalist is still having issues, so I will read the question.
Okay.
So the question is, looking at the current Middle East dynamics, how does Iran view the ongoing conflict escalation, and what concrete step Iran offers to create long-term stability in the region? Indonesia is known to have a free and active foreign political position. In your opinion, what is the most crucial strategic opportunity or concrete role that Indonesia can take to bridge peace in the midst of the current global conflict? How do you see the development of bilateral cooperation between Iran and Indonesia in the future, both in terms of strengthening public diplomacy, economy, and collaborations between Muslim communities?
Okay.
So that's this question.
Okay, that's a very good question. We can write a book about that, you know. It's in all aspects that we can think of the cooperation between two countries. And I'm writing a book right now. That. So, Actually, about the peace and security in the region, sir,
Yes.
you should ask the side who always is the source of the instability and war in the region. We want peace. We have a long-term program for peace and stability in the region. But who is controlling the Zionist regime of Israel not to attack other neighbors? So what we should do? The international community must come together and just prevent the Zionist regime of Israel for attacking the others. Many people ask me, why do you oppose of the two-state policy? I tell them, what is the reason? This is more than 4 decades that two-state policy has been raised. What is the main reason that it is not finalized yet? Is it Iran? No, it's the Zionist regime of Israel. They do not accept any kind of Palestinian government. They do not accept any kind of peace. They do not accept any kind of borders in the region. They don't want to define any border because they don't believe in that. So why do you insist on a policy, I mean two-state policy, that one of the sides, the Zionist regime of Israel, does not accept that? Why the Muslim countries go for something that is in their hands, but they are not doing something that they can do, they can actually do? They decide about the world security, region security, that they do not control that because the Zionist regime of Israel is not in your control. But you can make sanctions on the Zionist regime of Israel. Do not let them have energy. Do not buy their products. Just follow the verdict of Majlis Ulama that all products of the Zionist regime of Israel and the products of the United States that supporting the Zionist regime of Israel are haram. I am 60 years old and I never drink Coca-Cola. I never use any kind of brands. I don't talk about the United States or European or Zionist regime that helps the Zionist regime of Israel to kill the Indonesia, to kill the Gaza children. Any rupee that you spend to buy the Zionist regime of Israel or the brands that they support Israel is being spent to make the missiles and bombs and bullets to kill the children of Gaza. So why do you help that? I don't talk to Indonesian people. I know that in Indonesia, alhamdulillah, we have Nihzatul Ulama, we have Muhammadiyah, we have Majlis Ulama, that they are supporting Palestine and also the government. I'm talking to the Islamic world. Do not let them kill the people with your money. So this is what is happening in the region. We are not the source of the instability. We want peace, we want security, but you should ask the question from the other side. You ask the United States of America, you ask the United Nations, organizations, international organization, what is your plan to preserve the peace and security in the Western Asia, in the Persian Gulf, and in the region? And I am thank you all, the journalists that always use the correct word of Persian Gulf, because it has been approved by the United Nations. And it is according to the Indonesian government policy that the right name for the region is Persian Gulf. All the other names are fabricated and are not accepted by the United Nations. And the second question about the big picture of the cooperation between Iran and Indonesia, I think I just answered that question. We are ready. It depends on Indonesian business people. It depends on the Indonesian governmental as well as the private sector.
Yes.
If they want to have cooperation with Iran, even though if they are afraid, they are cautious about the sanctions, just contact to my embassy, to the economic section. We are ready to help them. You know that we are master of just passing through the sanctions.
And also
know-
in media.
Yeah,
In media also.
and also media.
And media technology or
Yeah, media technology. Media technology. We are ready to connect you with the Iranian media. At the time that we are talking to you, in the 1st July, we are going to have the funeral ceremony for Iranian Supreme Leader. And we have invited all the journalists, all
in
the
Jakarta.
governments, and Jakarta, everywhere. Anybody that wants to go to Iran, we are ready to issue the visa for them, and they can go, and from just close situation, they can see how the people support the government and how the people are mourning for the supreme leader of Iran. You can see just in 10 days that how people are supporting the government and how people are sad and mourning for the supreme leader and the other shaheeds of Iran, and how people are ready to revenge their blood. Thank you very much.
So we wait your invitation for coming around.
Yeah,
from the
invitations are ready. We are going to issue the visa.
Yeah.
Everybody that wants to go to Iran just comes to the Iranian consular section. They issue the visa for them. They go. It takes a few days to prepare because you know that we must take the for the journalists. It's the procedure is a little bit longer. Even the ordinary people now, they are coming to my embassy and they request for the visa to go to Iran to participate in the funeral ceremony. So it's ready to come and go. Of course, it's very difficult to have the charges for this amount because we believe that more than 25-30 million people will participate in the funeral. So it's very difficult to after this war to just pay for everybody. But we provide for the free visa and we help them to have a very good program in Iran as well. For the ordinary people, for the journalists, and for the scholars and everybody that wants to go to Iran, we have separate program that they are going to be supported in Iran. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So,
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. So that goes our last question and answer for today's program.
the last one, yeah.
Yeah, the last one. So there's no more question.
Okay.
So moving on, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our question and answer session. Thank you to everyone who has participated and shared your thoughtful questions. Once again, our sincere appreciation goes to His Excellency, the
you
Ambassador of the Islamic
I will
Republic of
send
Iran, for his
you
valuable
some message. I
insights
don't have my
and for
password.
engaging in today's discussion. And lastly, before we conclude today's program, we would like now to invite the chairman of SAJID, the Indonesian Islamic Journalists Union, Dr. Honoris Causa, Mr. Bahtiar Nasir, to deliver his closing remarks. So, sebelum kita menutup acara ini, akan ada closing statement dari Ketua SAJID, yaitu Dr. Honoris Causa Ustaz Bahtiar Nasir, sekaligus closing akan berada di beliau. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Honoris Causa Bahtiar Nasir. The floor is
langsung
yours.
plakatnya kan.
Ya.
Bisa langsung aja siapin ya. Your Excellency, Bersaudara Muhammad Boroujerdi.
Boroujerdi, yeah,
Boroujerdi.
that's correct. Yes.
On behalf of Muslim journalists in Indonesia and on behalf who present this morning in Friday morning talks, I want to express our deepest and highest respect for your time, your speech, your wisdom, and your invitation for the journalists. So, thank you very much. We have good connection, inshallah, after this, and we can keep in touch till we can respect between Indonesian people and Iranian people, inshallah.
Inshallah.